Hello there, everybody. Circling Seattle Sports here from T-Mobile Park after the Mariners' unfortunate, frustrating, damning 1-0 defeat at the hand of the Houston Astros in Game 3 of the American League Divisional Series. Their season ends in
18.
18 excruciating innings. It's just really hard to put into words, really, because we're sitting there and things just continue and continue, and they've removed it from the scoreboard now, but just zeros across the board for the longest period of time. There were some instances that got somewhat close, but Julio Rodriguez hit a double that was about a foot away from being a homer that would have given us a lead in the bottom of the eighth. It's tough. It's a tough way to end things. I've told you before, we've talked about the offensive inconsistency of this ball club, and it showed out today, because game one, they put up, 7 runs? Game two, a few more, but today, just no gas left in the tank. Even if they had one today, we talk about a game 4 tomorrow at noon.
Exhausting.
And you go through the bullpen, all of your starters have just gassed themselves. So, I don't know, what are you able to quantify in words? I know it's been a long day. It's been tough because we've kind of had to reflect on the season. What thoughts are going through your head right now?
18 scoreless innings. I think that's the biggest thing. Like you said, they've struggled with offense, and that's just mind-blowing to me. We needed a hero. A hero didn't show up for us, but for the Astros, it was Pena who came through with 1 scoring run, the only one of the game.
Yeah, once that ball headed right over into the pen over there in center field, kind of felt like things might be coming to an end. We might be winding down here. Yeah, I think you said it best. We needed a hero, and guys like Mitch Haniger. We've had, I believe, 10 or more players actually have recorded walk-offs this year, and nobody was able to come through in the clutch. But at the end of the day, you're in a pretty good position heading into the offseason for where this ball club needs to be in order to be true, legitimate contenders next year.
Yeah.
Just be able to build off of what you've got. You and I talked about looking at the field. Cal Raleigh's going to be back. Eugenio's going to be back. JP's getting locked up. Second base, we're going to have to work on that. See what happens there. Ty France at first base. Your rotation, I feel like we don't need to talk about that much, considering how well they carried you this year. The outfield, outside of Julio, I feel like you have some sorts of question marks, but
Sure.
I feel like you're in a good place. And with the money you spent on extensions for Julio and Luis Castillo, we talked about this as well. You show free agents, you show those players who are looking to find a place to win. They say, we want to win ball games, and we're serious about that. We're not the Mariners of old who add a couple pieces of patchwork Band-Aids to a ship that's got a bunch of holes in it, and we're going to just go from there and try to sail the ship. This is a team that's built to win. They're young, and they're built to win for a long time. So
I think it's like you said as well. The goal of at the beginning of the season was end the drought. We did that. Like you just said, good things are to come for this team. They're a young team. It's promising, and we're seeing the fruits of the labor of going through many years of a rebuild.
Yep.
So
that's exactly right. You see guys like, before I even get to anybody else, George Kirby today on the mound, 7
fantastic,
squeaky clean innings. He's going to be a guy in your rotation next year. Logan Gilbert, starfish photo or not, if you follow us on Twitter, you'll know what I mean. Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, all of these guys that you're going to be able to build off of, and they're going to help you win games. And you might get some of those guys, maybe Emerson Hancock comes up. But point being is that this Mariners ball club is in a much better position in the offseason, as we head into the offseason, than it has been in the past few years. And with some additions in this free agency, whether it may be through a signing or through a trade, you're hoping that you can beat that team across the way in the Houston Astros, not only in your division, but in the playoffs as well, and get yourself to a World Series. Because really, Bella and I talked about it, games 1 and 2 of this series, Seattle pushed Houston to the brink, and arguably should have a 2-1 lead right now.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be seeing Houston celebrating and the thank you fans up on the video board. So, it's been a great season. You know, I know that a lot of the times people just say that anyway, you know, but this is a historic season, a great season, not only for the team itself, but our team here with Circling Seattle Sports and Converge, Matt behind the camera, Bell here obviously, Liv. We got Q, Bird's Eye View Visuals, Proof in the Play came out for some of these games, Fred Beasy Birdwell, yes, Brian Saldana, and really just grateful to be able to bring you coverage of our ball club, you know, inside the stadium.
Yeah.
We're inside recording this video right now. We wouldn't have been able to do that at the beginning of the year. So, you know, thank you to everybody who's stuck along with us throughout this season. And unless you've got something to add
if
on
you're
to that,
just looking for a bigger unwrap of the season, then you can catch us on Monday, because we will still be recording on Monday, Circling Seattle Sports, every Monday at 4.
I think you and I said it. We might need a whole episode for that. But after we do that wrap up, we might have some off-season stuff. But until then, we'll see it spring training in April.
Yeah.
And who knows what other faces might be wearing a Mariners uniform. So until we see you again, until we see you on Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, for Circling Seattle Sports on Converge. This is Charles Hamaker and Bell Garcia with Matt Bermudez behind the camera. And happy 2022 Mariners season.
Yeah.